How? Okay, I gotta know. Fucking Roswell. You guys went to Roswell last night.
All right.
Okay, so I'm assuming you were there for stand up.
No.
What? Oh my god.
So I only know of Roswell because I've driven through it a few times. And there's aliens.
Right.
Everybody knows it is an alien
Yeah,
thing.
both kinds. Right.
And,
yeah.
and so we were like, all right, it's, I think 11-hour drive to Albuquerque, or we can do 8 to Roswell, get a cheap hotel, stay the night, wake up, go to the Alien Museum, have a decent, just start of the trip and not have to do a 11-hour drive before a show kind of thing.
So you came straight from Austin?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we went Austin to Roswell.
Austin, Roswell.
So
okay.
we pulled in last night at like 11:30, 10:30, I don't know, somewhere around then, 11 o'clock, and we Googled like best place to play pool in Roswell.
Oh, fuck.
And the only place that showed up was this bar called, well, first off, it wasn't just a bar. It was a Variety Liquor Store. Mm-hmm. So it was Variety Liquor and Spirits and then Variety Bar and Lounge. And they're the same building. And it's the only thing that's open past midnight. We found out when we were there at 11:58. We're like, fuck. But so I, several times at the hotel, was like, hey, man, we don't have to do this.
Whoa. That's not true at all. You said it one time.
One time I said I don't want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. But so we get in the car, we go to Variety. We first, after we park, we walk in. Actually, he makes me take a picture of him in front of this giant Variety sign that has a Bud Light promo with alien stuff because it's Roswell.
Hey, yeah, update the Tinder profile. I get it. No, yeah.
That for him, that's 100%. So, and then we walk over and we walk in the door, and it's just like a little 2-foot by 2-foot waiting area, and it's clear there's just like a counter to buy liquor at, and we can see there's a bar full of people over there. We're like, how the fuck do we get how do we get that? We want to be where you guys are. And then we walk, and we find the other door, and we walk in, and just immediately there's like a guy sitting over here and a girl sitting with him at a table, and there's the one TV in the bar is above them, and then there's the bar. So we walk up to a bar, it's cash only, so I'm like, what do you want? So I'm waiting in line to order, and there's a girl in front of us who's probably a Roswell 10, but like a Real World 3, and she was busted as hell, and she's talking to an even worse looking lady, and we're remarking on how unbelievably horrific these women are to look at, and how they are not carrying themselves like they're monsters. They don't have shame, or they're not like, they're not doing anything like that. They're just talking like they're people or something.
Yeah.
And so they're very gross, and we're like, man, this is crazy. So we're just kind of laughing to each other and talking. And then I'm looking at the sports on the TV, and then I'm looking back at Galyn, and we're sitting there, and it's taking an unbelievable amount of time for them to bring these monsters their drinks. And then after, 2-3 minutes of just standing there, and we're kind of talking like, where the fuck are we? Like, what have we done? Looking at the pool tables, kind of sizing up the situation. The dude from the left sitting at the table walks up to me and he goes, so what's up, man? And I was like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Like, I don't know him at all. And he goes, no, what's up? Do you know her? And I'm like, who? Like, I don't know anyone here. I'm not from here, man. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, man, what's up? And I'm like, what is happening right now? Me and Galyn was like, this is a bit, right? Like, he's doing a bit to it. Like, there was no moment. And then he turns to the girl he's with and goes, he like takes his keys off like a leash chain thing and is like, hold my keys. And I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
And I'm telling, like, I wasn't looking at the girl. I was looking at a TV, and like, what is happening right now? And then the one of the crazy monster women, and then the girl that he was with, both try and like talk to him. They're like, hey, stop being crazy. And then the one girl is like, you don't have anything to worry about. And I was like, yeah, I know, because the dude was not big at all. Right. It wasn't like, it was crazy that he walked up to me. Like, of all the people in this bar, I was like, I guess I'm from out of town, but like, really? Like, I'm the one that you pick? So that happens, and we're like,
mind you, that was literally 15 seconds after we showed up. We didn't even order a drink.
No. Nothing about this story surprises me at all. I just haven't heard one like this lately because I don't hang out with people from Roswell anymore. So it's like a little flash from the back.
What made you stop?
Well, just they all stayed there. And then everyone that I'm friends with, where I hung out with in Roswell, we all like imported into Roswell to go to school there.
Oh, gotcha. You're from there?
No. So I'm from Albuquerque, but there's a military school down there where like me and all my current friends used to go to.
Where Roger Staubach went.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and where Owen Wilson broke his nose, and that's why it's
no
all
way.
fun. So they used to have a polo team, and he was on the polo team, and he got kicked off. The story is that he got kicked off a horse, and then as he got up, the horse got him, and it fucking fucked up his nose for life.
I thought you meant water polo. I'm an idiot. I grew up poor as hell, dog. I thought you were talking about like the scene from like Meet the Fockers and shit.
Brother, I don't think anyone in Roswell is not poor as hell.
Dude, you just said they were playing polo on fucking horses.
This is
dude.
also like back in the 80s.
Dude, this was a bargain horse. And like, I promise you, this was maybe just a really big dog. It wasn't real polo.
But yeah, so that's anyway. So we all gone there together. Now we're all still friends now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like I was telling you before we started shooting, fucking. I had gone back there for a year to work, and I had gone to that bar twice.
Yeah.
And both times I was like, I should never come back. And then I got invited out again by my coworkers. Like, fine, I don't want to stay in my fucking house and read comics all night again. I'll just go. And then it was just worse. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking leave,
Dude. And this was just the preamble to the story. This was just how
boy.
it began.
Oh boy.
So this guy, like, it de-escalates, and then we order our drinks, and then we go over to figure out pool. And then first we talk to this guy, and he's playing at one table, and Galyn says, "Hey, man, are you playing singles or doubles?" And the guy goes, "What?" And Galyn goes, "What? Are you playing singles or doubles?" And then the guy's like, "Singles."
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the amazing people over at Chopped Chili. Guys, this is personally my favorite chili brand here in the state of New Mexico, and you can find them online at choppedchilico.com. You can also find them all across the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Smith's, and a bunch of other stores in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Las Cruces. I believe they're even down in El Paso now. They sell red and green chili, of course. My personal favorite is this blend of red and green, and they also sell online frozen bags of green chili. So again, go to choppedchilico.com to get yourself some amazing chili today. Now back to the podcast.
I think they're playing doubles over there. And I was like, what's happening?
Bro, I put a fucking $1 down on the table, and then some fucking bitch took the $1 off the table and put it right into the machine.
I mean, like, it was seriously like, what the fuck is happening right now? So he grabs one of the other dollars off the table, and then we walk over to the other table, and immediately this like weird, clearly like ex-military guy, like I could tell you did military stuff the second that I saw you as a person, because you guys all have specific way they built it into you.
Yeah.
When you go through all of that training and stuff, you can just spot them. And like he was one of those guys, and he shook his hand too hard and was too close and made a lot of gay jokes really quick.
Shit! Did I shake your hand too hard?
No, not you. This guy. This guy did all of this stuff that was like the stereotypes of it.
Right. Yeah.
And
He just called you a fag right off the fucking
immediately. Like I go to shake his hand to introduce myself, and his buddy went to shake my hand at the same time. And he goes, "Oh man, we're having a gangbang already." And I was like, "Fucking." All right. And then later he said something else, and he's like, losers got to suck that guy's dick. And I was like, all right, man, that's pretty funny. And like, ha ha. And then we're just like trying to play pool. So like, can we play next? And there's this old dude. He's got to be we later found out he was 59 years old. His name was Bronx. He is hammered. And it becomes apparent that he's hammered, but holding it in pretty well. Everyone else there is also hammered. There's not a person in this bar that is not stumbling into the wall drunk.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
They're all seated at the bar, so you can't really tell, but then they get up to go to the bathroom, and they're like...
Yeah, it's like Jenga.
Dude, it's incredible. So we're watching these hammered guys just miss crazy shots, and we're like, oh, fuck. Like, this is going to be bad. And then that guy comes up, and he's like, come on, man. Hey, you know the deal with out-of-towners, which he's already told us this is only his second time at the bar. And he's like, the rules for out-of-towners. And I'm like, dude, what? And he goes, well, if out-of-towners lose, then you have to suck his dick. And I was like, haha, man, this is so funny. Are you in high school? Like, what's happening right now? And I said that to him, and he was like, well, come on, man, I'm just trying to be funny. And I was like, okay, but like, you're just making gay jokes. You said you want to fuck your sister. That guy's shouting the N-word. Like, I don't know what you want me to do here. Someone tried to fight me as soon as I walked into this bar. What is happening? I just want to play pool. Is that okay? Can we play pool? And he was like, hey, man, let me buy you a drink. What do you want to drink? And I was like, you're not going to order me a White Claw. And he's like, I'll order you a pineapple pussy lips if you want it. And I was like, that's pretty funny. I'll give you that. That one's funny, And then he leaves to go and presumably buy me and Galyn a drink. And then we're waiting around to start playing a game of pool. And then finally, it's a game. And the two guys that are playing are like, let's play for $20. And I was like, dude, I don't want to play my first game of the night for $20. Like, let's just play pool and have fun. And he goes, no, man, let's play for 20. And I was like, dude, let's just play a fucking game of pool. And he's like, we'll play for a drink. And I was like, all right, I'll buy you a drink. Can we just play pool? And he's like, all right, we'll just play pool. So we start playing, and then we finish our drinks, and the game's going really slow because they're both hammered and taking their time and talking to these women. And I walk over to the bar, and while I'm standing at the bar, this other redneck guy at the other table goes, hey, there are two people fighting in your hallway. One guy's choking the other guy out, and he's about to kill him. This is not a joke. So then, of course, everybody at the bar runs over to the hallway. And is like, oh. And Caleb looks over at me and goes, I wonder who it is. Because that drunk asshole that tried to fight me is trying to fight everybody. And then we notice our friend that was supposed to be buying us drinks is missing as well. And we're like, oh, man, I bet it's them. You know, I bet that the ex-military guy just choked the shit out of that fucking crazy hammered small dude that was picking fights. And then, it comes back.
What was his name?
Lance.
Lance.
So Lance was the crazy guy. So Lance finally stumbles out of the hallway, and he's no longer wearing his hat. His hair is all fucked up, and he's like leaking out of his face, bleeding. And we're like, oh, Lance got fucked up. And then the military guy comes out, and he broke up the fight. He like stopped it. He was not the one. The guy that fought him, I guess, left. But so then that guy Lance walks over, and then the guy that announced to the bar they're fighting, Lance walks kind of close to him, and that guy just grabs him and goes, get the fuck away! Like, starts like trying to fight him. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, he'd set him off like he was a mousetrap. He just got within him, and then he just grabbed him and started shaking him. And so we're just watching all of this like, I don't think we're going to get our drinks. This fucking sucks. And the bartender's yelling at people to break it up, and then she's yelling at Lance, and then some girl comes over and is talking Lance down behind the bar, and he's going, yelling at people. Yeah. And it's crazy that this guy just clearly got his ass beat and is still like talking shit. Also, not kicked out of the bar.
Yep. Oh, no.
Not kicked out of the bar. In fact, the bartender is also helping calm him down.
Yeah.
And then when he like finally comes to and realizes he no longer has his tiny puppy that he'd been carrying around earlier, he's like, where's my fucking dog?
Wait. Is he was picking a fight with you while holding a dog?
No, he put
his
the dog
girl was
down.
holding the dog
okay.
when he picked the fight with me. But he picked the dog back up. Oh, I forgot this part. After he picked the fight with me, before we even got our drinks, 5 minutes had gone by, and then he walks up to me and he goes, hey, man, sorry. And I was like, okay. So he's holding this puppy. He goes, I'm sorry. And I was like, all right, man. And he goes, you from here? I go, no, man, I'm still not from here. And he goes, well, welcome to the fucking V. We're both like, all right. You know, so that was how the night went. So that whole fight kind of de-escalates, and then Lance is just behind the bar talking shit to a morbidly obese Mexican woman. And that's going great for them. So it's like they're distracted, so it's fine. We're back over here, and then there's commotion because there's a woman passed out, maybe dead, in the women's room. Because a couple of women have gone in to use the bathroom and be like, oh, someone's using it. Man, how long has she been in? And then like they wait, and then they open it, and then there's just a chick passed out on the floor.
Jesus.
So that we have a video that's awesome. Galyn, I got a video of Galyn. Galyn is breaking on the pool table, and I'm videoing the bartender yelling, you gotta go. You gotta get up. You gotta get your ass up. Get up. So this girl is passed out. And then the busted monster from the beginning of the story comes over and is like, oh, she's okay. It's like, where the fuck are we? And then, like, maybe a minute or so later, I get another video because the bartender came in and goes, you gotta go. And then you hear the girl from the bathroom go, who cares? And she gets up and she looked like Shrek. And then she waddled drunk as fuck out of the bathroom straight into the parking lot and got into a car to drive. It was like, okay, let's go Roswell.
Oh,
so yeah,
God.
we got out of there, and then we went to the worst Denny's ever, where the only other person eating was a homeless man that smelled like a litter box.
Yeah.
And he was clearly doing like a stakeout where he could order just coffees over and over and stay indoors.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to clip that and send it to a buddy of mine, make that an animated short.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you like what you've seen here, please share it with as many people as possible. follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really does help out the podcast. And if you're feeling extra generous, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon, which I have coming soon.